Welcome, everyone, to Beyond the Buzzer.
Great to be here.
Okay, straight into it. We're looking at that FIBA U19 clash, Australia versus Cameroon, June 30th, 2025, Cooly Arena. What a game.
Oh, absolutely. Double overtime, intense.
And apologies right up front if we stumble over any names. These athletes are incredible. We'll do our best.
Definitely. So thinking about that game, Cameroon, they just exploded out of the gate in the first quarter.
Yeah, they did. Aggressive pressure, fast switches on defense, hitting the boards hard.
Exactly. Franck Belbi, he had an early three, took it inside strong. And Amadou Seini, just a force in the paint. Blocks, rebounds, putbacks, dominant.
Meanwhile, Australia looked, well, a bit shaky. Turnovers early from Dash Daniels, Shading Miller-Brogan, too.
They did struggle, though Jacob Furphy hit a needed three and Siulepa was already active on the glass, keeping them sort of close. But Cameroon took that first quarter, 21-20.
Tight start. But then the second quarter, Australia seemed to find their footing right. They actually went into the half leading 46-40.
Big shift. They adjusted. Defensively, they tightened up on those switches Cameroon liked, made things tougher.
And offensively?
Well, Daniels started finding his rhythm, attacking that mid-range area, and Siulepa just went into, full energy mode.
The hustle play.
Totally. Diving for loose balls, crashing the boards, drawing fouls. You could see it lifting the team. Plus, they got good minutes off the bench. Melwell, Alexander Dickeson, they made an impact.
So Australia found answers, and Cameroon.
Their offense kind of stalled,
Yeah.
became a bit too much one-on-one, relying on isolation plays. Australia finished the half strong. That 12-4 run really gave them control.
Okay, so Australia leads, but Cameroon wasn't going away. Third quarter felt like punch, counterpunch.
It really did. Cameroon came right back out with that full court press. Super disruptive.
Yeah. Gideon Basson, no bomb, forcing turnovers, sparked a quick 6-duel run for them. Game on again.
But Australia, they didn't panic. They responded with some huge plays. Daniels hit a step-back three. Furphy got a big putback. And Dickeson had that nice assist to Siulepa for a dunk. You could feel the physicality, though. Both teams were working hard.
And maybe fatigue starting to creep in for Cameroon by the end of the third. Australia still led 61-54.
It seemed that way. But the real drama was still coming. Fourth quarter and those overtimes.
Wow. Things just ramped up. Belbi and Baum, they led a surge for Cameroon in the fourth, even took the lead briefly.
They did. It was tense. But then, shot clock winding down. Alexander Dickeson, deep three, ice water.
Tied it at 83-83, forced overtime. What a shot.
Incredible composure. And that first overtime, just back and forth, nonstop action.
Daniels hit another massive three for Australia. Siulepa scored inside twice.
Yeah, but Basson kept answering for Cameroon, kept him right in it. And then Dickeson, he actually had a pretty clean look at the buzzer.
Just missed it.
Rimmed out. So, second overtime, unbelievable. Tied at 91-91.
At this point, who's got anything left? Double OT is brutal.
It really is.
Yeah.
And, Australia just seemed to have a bit more in the tank and maybe better execution down the stretch.
Like what? What were the key plays?
Well, Dickeson found Daniels again, another huge three. Shading Miller-Brogan drew a really important foul, hit a free throw.
Okay, building a small cushion.
Exactly. And then Siulepa, just immense.
Yeah.
Two massive offensive rebounds late. One led to his own tip-in, the other drew fouls. Those extra possessions are killers.
Just hustle plays, winning the game.
Pretty much. Cameroon looked gassed, Belbi forced up a tough three. Seini missed some free throws. Fatigue showing. Then Daniels hit one more mid-range shot, kind of the final dagger. Australia wins 101-96.
Wow, what a battle. So looking back, key things. Australia's bench depth was huge, right? Kept guys fresh for the end.
Absolutely critical. The coaches trusted them. For Cameroon, that pressure defense was so effective for long stretches, creating offense.
But maybe discipline cost them late. Those fouls, turnovers in the second OT.
Yep, possibly fatigue playing a role there too. And for Australia, they have to clean up those early turnovers. Nearly cost them right at the start.
So much resilience on display from both teams. Incredible performances. You think about Siulepa's hustle, Daniel's big shots, Dickeson's clutch plays for Australia.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And Belbi carrying Cameroon's offense,
Yeah.
Siulani's power inside. Just fantastic efforts all around.
An amazing game to break down. Thanks, everyone, for listening to the Beyond the Buzzer podcast.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
Leaves you thinking, though. Double overtime, game on the line. Who would you trust more? Siulepa's nonstop hustle or Belbi's tough shot making?